Don't be tardy for the party. Oh,
Oh,
don't
oh.
be tardy for the party. Welcome to an all new episode of the Inner Circle Podcast. I'm your host, Charlie, with my best girlfriend, Melanie. Welcome to another episode, y'all. Woo!
Oh, not that sound. What the fuck? Get it together.
Orange for the for the little tardiness. We're a little tardy today. We'll explain why, but clap for us showing up. Because we could
You
be
want
like
to say why you're tardy?
any other podcast and just miss it, But we're
Oh,
a little
shit.
tardy because
That's fired.
we were a little tardy because we were actually together today. And I'm just gonna admit it. I'm almost Papa Smurf's age,
He's
and
like 200 years old.
I took a little nap afterwards.
This bitch.
That bled into our show, but Papa Smurf stuff. But how are you? Although we were together today, it was a beautiful day today. We had a great time today. But how are you for the people who don't know?
I'm great. I can't complain. I love the debriefing that we did today. It was much needed. Took took forever, but
It was much needed. It was good chat, good
it
grown
was.
sister chat.
Sister child. But no, I'm good. I can't complain. Life has been sweet. Yeah.
Life has been life.
I don't want to say much. I don't want people in my business, but I'm really happy.
Um, well, there's a lot going on in the world, in the entertainment world. First of all, let's start off with it's I don't like to start the show with the sadness, but unfortunately, that's what's going on, and it's being sad and that emotion is an emotion, so we feel it, we go through it. But rest in peace, our condolences and our prayers out. And I can't stand when this happens on the podcast because it seems like it comes in threes and we have to report on this. But let's start out with rest in peace to the first one who passed was
The guy from the
Michael
Hunger
Jamal
Games.
Warner from The Cosby Show, which The Cosby Show, some people don't know this. Many people don't know this. Many people think that just The Golden Girls is my favorite show. But before The Golden Girls, before that, I got put out to that. One of my favorite shows, I have top five, but one of my top five that's up there, my comfort shows, favorite shows that I can watch over and over, just go to sleep and just laugh at, is The Cosby Show.
Really? I did
Yes,
not know that.
people don't know that. It is The Cosby Show. I was into The Cosby before The Golden Girls, believe it or not. But before The Golden Girls, I had all the DVDs. I was actually thinking about it the other day when he passed because I'm like, damn, if y'all been living under a rock, The Cosby Show is not on many streaming apps because of what went on with Bill Cosby a few years ago.
Mhm.
And if y'all don't know what's going on, go check out our past episodes. We have over 200, and we've definitely spoken about it. But The Cosby Show is definitely a favorite show. It's in my top five. So when this happened, to be honest, I was so quick with wanting, like, I was shocked and so quick to wanting to report that with the reporting, I confused. I'll be honest. I confused in my mistake. This is not very journalistic of me. Hi, Portia. Um, I posted actually while posting and trying to rush and shock. I thought it was the guy from Family Matters. Remember Family Matters, Eddie Winslow?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is. Some could
Listen,
call that racist.
listen. It was just trying to post quick and in the shock, but afterwards I'm like, oh my god, how could I do? Like, this is one of my
That's
favorite.
what you get for doing TMZ moves.
Listen, I get it. It's true. It's true. It's true.
But it's very sad and unfortunate. He was very young, and it was like what,
54.
accidental drowning.
He was in Costa Rica with on a family vacation. New details came out today that even up to that, like, he was swimming with his daughter. He went on an early swim. He was on
Oh
vacation.
my god.
He was missing. His wife, after a while, reported him missing. He went on an early swim. And today, details came out that he was actually with his daughter. So there's another person.
Wait, was his wife? Is she okay?
Yeah, she was. She didn't go on the swim. She's the one that reported him missing. After X amount of time went by, and he didn't come back.
That's terrible. That reminds me of like Naya Rivera from Glee.
Oh my god, I thought the same thing. I'm like, this is very. When I first heard the initial reports, I'm like, this is very Naya
Yeah,
Rivera like ask. It is. Listen, people don't understand. I love the water. I'm a water sign, but know this: I am not going. Once I do not feel comfort and out of my comfort zone,
yeah.
Aquaman, I am not going there. And I have family members. I have one of my brothers who loves to swim, jump off cliffs and stuff. And I even when and we were talking about it in our group chat, I'm like, listen, I pray for y'all because y'all be doing some of y'all be doing this crazy shit. And water, you never know. Water has a whole life of itself, like a
Yeah.
mind of itself. It's its own creature, and you can't fight water when those rip currents or those currents want a current.
I mean, just thinking about it gives me chills because I don't, bitch, everybody knows I'm not a swimmer. I don't like to swim. If I go to the water, it's where I could see up to my knees and then I run back out. And I remember getting into the water when we went to Punta Cana and like it just like bringing me down as we were like getting deeper and like further to the water. Hell fucking no. I could never. That's really unfortunate.
Very
Not to mention like I know like the ocean and stuff and like when you go to resorts and you're traveling, you're drinking. God knows like if he was sober. I'm not trying to like make it like oh maybe he was drunk. No, it's not that. You could be in a sober state in mind, but like sometimes those currents and those waters are fucking different. They're not like what you're used to going to like the beaches in California or going to like the Caribbean. I don't know.
no. Listen. I don't care Caribbean. I don't care what beach, what water.
I love me a pool.
Even Orchard Beach, even I don't care
Ew.
what beach. I have like you never know, and I do not care. I don't care what beach. It could be the fucking man-made beach in New York City and the one and the other piers. Water's water. If I don't feel comfortable, I'm not going past a certain point. I'm
Yeah.
not, and I'm not a swimmer like that. I am not a swimmer like that. I can admit it. Some people will be surprised by that too, but I'm not. I just even with a life jacket, you know what it took me. Actually, I don't want to show the photo because it has other people in it, and
Please don't.
I'm not. But you know what it took me to swim with the dolphins. People know, even my family from a young age, it was a dream to swim with the dolphins since I was a little kid. One of my birthdays, I was able to do it. I almost missed out from that whole experience because my ass did not want to go in the pool and swim to the part where they take you and lift you and all that stuff. I was just by the edge of the side of the pool, just doing the little photo ops. I
Yeah.
wanted the whole experience, but I did it with the life jacket. I paddled to the pool, and that was a pool. That's a pool. That's a pool. An ocean has its own mind of itself.
Can we talk about the cenotes in Tulum?
Hello.
I don't even want to. No, let's not even go there. Let's not even touch
There you
that
go.
because
Well, you and I, we were like, that was a cenote as well. Like,
yeah,
yeah, but that's still controlled. That's kind of like a pool. And we had a whole person too. And we were still
I
scared. We
guess
were
that
like,
man American
we were like,
dollars to fucking swim me around. Like, no, never again. But so he passed. Rest in peace. Who else?
and
Ozzy
then the very
Osbourne.
next day, because I said it in some group chats I'm in, I said it to you. And it sounds so morbid saying, but it comes in threes. Then yesterday, we unfortunately um, we had legendary rock artist, which I have to give him his flowers to. Listen, I never was into Ozzy Osbourne like this, but rest in peace to legendary rock artist
Heavy
Ozzy
metal.
Osbourne. Um, Not only is he legendary and iconic, like an icon, a legend, but for us, speaking for myself, I can speak for myself. I was never a big fan like that. I know some big Ozzy songs,
I was.
Black Sabbath as well, but For me, I will say I was a fan of the family because at some point when MTV was cool, they had this show called The Osbournes, and it was basically a reality show. This is before reality was as big as it is today. This is the when reality started becoming big in our generation, and reality TV was still good and not as fake and not as I'm an influencer. Let me get on reality TV to further my influencing career. Reality when it was good TV and our era. And it was such a great show. And I will admit, that's how I became a fan of the Osbournes, the family. Ozzy's antics, Sharon. I love their banter. The kids. So I was a
Yeah.
big fan of the Osbournes, and that's how I knew Ozzy. So that's why for me, it was like, wow. And
Mhm.
one of our first guests ever on this podcast, my brother Flex, he was a big, I could say this, the way as a kid I was into Britney and all that, like he as a kid, 10
Mhm.
years old, 9 years old, maybe 8, loved Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath and
Yeah.
he got a guitar because he loved them so much and all that. So I felt for my brother. Seriously, with what happened yesterday, I felt for him a little bit because it's like I don't want to be morbid, girl. We're gonna move on from this topic soon because it's
For me, I
I
just feel like Ozzy Osbourne, and not just him, but like he shaped heavy metal in a way where other artists were obviously influenced by him. I don't know if he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but
yes.
Black Sabbath, along with a lot of like British heavy metal artists like Thin Lizzy, they were influential as fuck. And like, I'm surprised that he was 70 something years old, 76 or whatever. Like, I thought he was older. I really thought he was older. I know he suffered from Parkinson's. I did enjoy watching the show as well. Like me and my siblings would watch the Osbournes, but his music was like my favorite album, and I think I've spoken to Flex about this ad nauseum. Is No More Tears. That shit came out in like the 70s.
God.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to those artists. Um, my allergies. I don't know. Like people usually deal with allergies during the spring or fall, but my allergies. A few weeks ago, I had allergies on the show. Today's not as horrible because, like I said, we were out and about.
Yeah.
Well, we were out enjoying the day, but sheesh, they are like my allergies are kicking my butt.
Don't you find that as you get older, your allergies get worse?
I hear that. I hear that. My grandmother told me that.
And I think there's like allergies like Zyrtec and like Claritin and all that stuff. I feel like if you take too much, your body gets
Yeah,
accustomed to it and it doesn't have the same like effects that it would when you first took it.
yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
agree. I agree. But what we usually start with what did we do this weekend? How was it? But I know this weekend we were both going out to movies. Things we do during the summertime. Go to movies. You
Hmm.
respectively went to a movie. You went with family and stuff. I went to see when it came out. I know what you did last summer, which I don't know what to call it. I guess they call it a remake slash reboot of the original. Because I say reboot because you can't. If it's a remake, it will be a totally different cast. It would have had an old, some of the old cast members. This
Yeah.
one did have Jennifer Love Hewitt back along with Freddie Prinze, and I thought I don't want to spoil it for people. It was good.
Don't, because
All
I know people that are watching that want to see it.
Okay, all in all, it came in at number 3, 4 for the weekend box office. It did a little over 3 million. Um,
Wow.
Horrible, but it's also up against. It was up against big movies like Superman, which we're gonna talk about because you went to see. Um, it was up against movies like Jurassic Park that came out the week before, and this past week, along with I Know What You Did Last Summer, the Smurfs came out, which starred Rihanna voicing it. I thought that movie was gonna be big. No, I didn't think that movie was gonna be bigger. Something told me that movie was not gonna be as big as the Smurfs that had Katy Perry originally voicing Smurfs.
What? That.
It did not. It debuted a little higher than I Know What You Did Last Summer, but not with as much numbers. And I'm not surprised the movie flopped. In my opinion, flopped. in my opinion, I think the new Smurfs flop.
I know Billy Lord, who was in American Horror Story.
Yeah, yeah, I love
I
Billy.
love her.
And,
Um, she's
Scream
Carrie. Yeah, Scream Queens.
story. Yep.
She's in it, but I
Okay.
don't know. I watch Smurfs? Not really. I feel like that's a kid movie. I
No.
went to go see Superman.
How real quick before you get into Superman, because I want to know about that. Because I told you straight up, I'm like, I'm not going. I don't care to go. I don't. I'm never gonna see it, even when it comes out on HBO Max
Yeah.
or whatever the many apps I have. I don't care to see it. I was never. I think I said it on this podcast. I was never. Is no hate for Superman. I just never cared for Superman. I'm not intrigued. I don't care about the storyline. I don't care. So I didn't go to see Superman. But I know what you did last time. Real quick, I'm not gonna give. I can't say much because I don't want to give away. It just came out as well, but it wasn't bad for a little slash remake slash reboot. It was not bad. One,
Mhm.
see that. I recommend go see it. It's not bad for a remake slash reboot. There was a lot of little nuggets. If you're a fan of the first two, and you're a horror fan, and you're truly a fan, you're gonna catch the little nuggets. And it's always so cool to catch it. There's some surprises. There's some people in there that you're like, oh, but I thought you were,
Celebrities.
I thought you were gone slash dead. I'm not gonna say much, but it was cool to see that and how it was well written into the movie. Because sometimes you're like, what the fuck? But it was well written into the movie, those things. And I will say, stay past post credits. I thought only the superhero movies did this, but hello, horror movies doing this now. Stay past post credits because there's a awesome extra scene slash little nugget slash little gift for the fans, especially if you're a certain R&B singer's fan. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to give too much.
You can tell me after the show.
But how is Superman, sister girl?
I want to say Superman was good,
Oh, she's talking about you know.
but I am not. I've never really cared for Superman like that. I'm more of a Batman type of girl. I like DC comics, right? That's Batman, right?
See ya.
I feel like Superman is too like he follows too many rules. He's too nice, justice, all this shit. Like, no. For me, it was fun to go with my uncle because he's obsessed with Superman, and my brother liked the movie. There was a lot of action. However, there were some parts, especially in the beginning, that were sleepers. And I was just like, oh my God, let's get it going. It was taking too long. And it's a very long movie. Superman himself, I don't know his name, the actor, he's very good looking, great actor. Even Lex Luthor in the movie. But the star of the show was Crypto, Superman's
Oh, the
dog.
dog.
The dog was the star of the show. He stole the show. He stole the moment. He is the moment.
David Corn Sweet is the new Superman.
Yeah. All I know about him is that he's an Eagles fan. But I don't know. What would I rate it? Probably like
Five being the best, one being the worst. What will you rate it? Like I will give. I know what you did last time. A 3.5.
then I would give it a 3. 3.0.
Mm.
But it was fine. I just can't wait to see another Superman movie. Like, let's get that
Oh, so
started.
you want another one?
Not Superman, sorry. Batman. Batman.
Okay. Well, isn't there like going to be a part two with Robert Pattinson from like the last Batman? There's so many remakes and reboots and continue.
Can I just say Robert Pattinson is cool, but give me an give me like a throwback. Give me a George Clooney. Give me Christian Bale. Bring back Christian Bale.
Oh yeah,
Don't
you Batman.
I know you like Michael Keaton, but like Michael Keaton.
Oh no, that's too old. That ship has sailed. Even at this point, Christian Bale could be too old. Ageism, but it's not even ageism. It's just it's life. Like at some point, I wish Michelle Pfeiffer could still play Catwoman, but she just can't. Like it's not gonna, you know.
And
Well,
apparently there were two like scenes like post credits. I missed it. I left like a bat out of hell. I was like, all right, let's wrap it up. I think another reason why I didn't really enjoy myself was also I did go during like matinee hours, and like that's the worst time to go to a movie because the demographic, the type of people, they are not there to enjoy the movie, they're there to ruin the movie. So, yeah, never again.
Unfortunately, it's sad but true. I say we, but speaking for myself, I'm not trying to be a hater, or you're not trying to be a hater when you say that, or I mean, it's true. Like at matinees, there is a certain
There's
demographic.
a demographic that doesn't
It
like
depends on
read the room.
but it depends on the movie theater too. Depends where you go because one of the reasons why I do like going early, like for example, I went to see I know what you did last summer Thursday. Pre-Friday, because movies usually come out Friday or like at 10 something. There will be a few shows like 10 something midnight on Thursdays. Now they like release it on Thursdays, like at 2. I wear matinee to 2 o'clock on Thursdays because sometimes depending where you go,
Yeah.
it's not.
I went to the matinee 2 o'clock on Sunday. And yeah,
I went Thursday, you see.
shoulda, coulda,
But
woulda.
moving on, this past weekend we also seen the finale and winner of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10. Um, this season was a season. This season was different. I'm not gonna hate on this season. I liked it. I like the difference. RuPaul always have tricks and buffoonery, fuckery up his sleeves with twists and
Mhm.
turns. And I like the whole bracket game of the season. But I said it. I said it. We talk about it here on the podcast. We talk about it, you and I as friends, and I've gotten to know, I guess I can really say, a RuPaul's community of like even other people I've talked to, because I've talked to several people about All Stars in particular and our
And
prediction of how it's gonna go. And I told everyone, it's funny that many people I've talked about this All Stars 10 to. I said I like the concept, but it's very rigor mortis. And when I say rigor mortis, it's very rigged. It's very set up and produced.
yeah,
You could it's manipulated where you could tell producers, aka RuPaul included, could manipulate like the people they're gonna advance and who's gonna win. We're not gonna get into it. If you watch it, you watch it. If you did it, you did it.
I didn't finish it. I've been preoccupied, but
If you did
I'm
it,
gonna watch it. I already it got spoiled to me, like who won, and I'm very happy of who won. But I was actually surprised that she won because I felt like with the bracket system, it was more so like other queens that were getting higher points.
no. Well, I mean, right now we're gonna. If you don't want to know who won, we're giving you a few seconds to either turn the station, change your channel. Hi, Madonna, or pause the podcast. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations to Ginger Minge for winning All Stars 10. This was her 4th appearance, I believe,
Yeah, yeah.
overall from her
Four times the charm.
original season. Two other all. This was her 3rd All Star appearance. So congratulations to Ginger Minge. Listen, she did her thing throughout. She did her thing. She's a star. I mean,
Cheers.
after a decade and after trying to be your 4th, I will hope. I will hope. But she is a star. We've seen her for
On
your
my
birthday.
birthday. Yeah.
So she's already a winner at that point because All Stars was filmed in increments, but it was filmed last year in 2024. So by the time we went to see her, we were already seeing a winner, baby. But she's great. Ginger Minge is great. It's not that she didn't deserve this win, but like I say on this podcast, girl, I like to go, I like to read the comments. I like to see where the people are at. And let's just say the RuPaul's Drag Race fandom, as well with other fandoms, is a little toxic, I would say, because the way people are going in on Ginger Minge and trying to say that some of the episodes she was in this season is in the top rated IDMB rated worst shows. A lot of people are saying, which we're gonna get into this too, it made me go into a deeper rabbit hole of where we at today as a society. A lot of people are saying RuPaul picked her because she finally lost weight. And we'll hold on to that because I want to get back to the weight thing and where we are with that. But there's a lot going on, a lot of comments, a lot of hate with that. You said you thought she deserved it,
Yeah,
right?
I was
Like
rooting for her.
me, listen, out of all the queens, I don't know why people are surprised because again, I go into the many conversations I had before the season started, while the season started with people. I called out the names. These are going to be the probable winners. I said it. I'm like, it's most likely Ginger Minch, but like a Georges. And funny enough, I was not right. I was not crazy. She was runner up, surprisingly. I
Was
said,
she? Oh, I'm glad.
oh wait, I'm giving too much. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not gonna say too much. But I said like a Georges. I said
Wait,
even
when did the finale come out?
last Friday was the
Oh, bitch, we could talk about it. It's Wednesday.
I Bosco was I. It was either gonna be for me from the beginning of the season. I'm like, okay, and I said it even before I started. Bosco, Ginger Minge, the Georges of the world. The fact that she brought back Lydia. This was the first time ever, and we discussed it on this podcast. We wanted tapes. Go back to the beginning of maybe one of our episodes in May. The fact that she brought back Lydia, this was a first time ever president that she brings back a queen right after someone just appeared on a regular season onto All Stars. So I
Right.
felt like maybe Lydia, maybe a mistress, maybe a even she's a fellow Pisces.
Tina
So I don't really like
Tina
her.
Burner.
No, the Rocco.
Oh, the one
Bosco's best
that's
friend. Help me out.
I forgot her fucking name, but I didn't like her.
I didn't like her either. Wait,
Diabetes.
diabetic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Her, like I even
I
thought.
thought Acid Betty was gonna go far, actually.
I thought maybe middle. I didn't think that far. I didn't think that far. But
For me, I always root for the veterans, like the OGs. I like the drag queens that have paid their dues, that are more campy, that are not more social media influencer. I just do my makeup and have someone do my gowns type of bitch. I like the ones that are old school, vieja escuela, that know what they're doing, that know how to sew. They bring the entertainment, the drama, the gag, everything to the show.
I agree with that. I will always root for an OG, but unfortunately, it's not. That's not true. Where they know how to sew. Look at the our cuckoo girl,
Cynthia
Lee
Lee
Fontaine.
Fontaine.
Love her. When I heard she was on, I lit up. It was good to see the likes of her and even my girl from Atlanta. What's her name? The country girl, um, Miss Brooks, not Miss
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole
Wait,
Page
Nicole
Brooks.
Page Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia.
Her looks were elevated. Like I get it. They were OGs, and for other OGs, and when the show started, it was OGs. But the show has elevated, and I feel like some of these queens have not, or like you said, they bow like a Lydia, like a Cynthia, but like I don't know if you've seen that one
To
thing. Where
be fair, Cynthia Lee Fontaine has gone through a lot, has overcome cancer, survived cancer. So she's had other shit that she needed to focus on and worry about. Now, my example that I was talking about was Carrie Colby. Carrie Colby comes from the Colby dynasty with Sasha Colby. Bitch, you don't know how to sew? Like you all you do is know how to hot glue?
dress me up in your love.
I don't like look queens. I find them to be fucking boring. Yawn, snooze. Um, Tina Burner, she gives good TV, even though she wasn't gonna go far.
But let's talk about Ginger Minch won, right? Something that also prompted me to go deeper because again, I love to read the comments. I like to get into people's head. High psychology. And just like, this is what people are talking about. Again, there was a lot of weight stuff thrown out there when I heard
Mhm.
about the Ginger Minch win and like, okay, so RuPaul finally crowned her because she lost some weight. And not only that, but I've noticed because if you an All Stars 10 fan, if you're a RuPaul Drag Race fan, this season was filmed a little uniquely. It was filmed, as you know, it was brackets and all that. It was filmed not all at the same time. Some people don't know that. It was filmed in spaces and time.
Mhm.
And a good way to know that, if you're a fan, for example, with all the brackets, look back at all the brackets and the people, the winners, the people that actually made it from the brackets, and then look at their new confessionals. Example, Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Yeah.
Example, you see a certain her confessionals. She's a little bigger, and we all know that Mistress has gone on the
Oh,
oh,
Ozempic.
you know. So she went on that, and then in her confessionals, when they all came back after the winners merged, you see a difference. Even Miss Ginger Minj herself also went on the O, and you see the difference of the weight. So there's a lot of fans saying that, oh, so she finally lost the weight. RuPaul gave it to her. Um,
I don't think that's why. I feel like
Good.
RuPaul has.
Saying that.
I think he feels like the older drag queens from like previous seasons who have been in All Stars and like have had a huge following have like need more recognition. And I think he's gotten so much pushback with like recent queens and recent seasons being all look queens rather than actually having, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. That's why he's like, it's kind of like reparations if you think about it, because he's like trying to, you know,
I agree with that, but then,
cater to us.
but yeah, true, and I see that too, and I agree with that in ways too. But
I
it's
don't think
also
it's because she
giving,
lost weight.
but it's also giving fillers. Like he's picking some of these girls, knowing that they just filler queens. And when I say filler queens, meaning they're fillers. They're not gonna advance so much, and he knows it. We know it. The producers know it. And this is where the big controversy comes of rigor mortis of these shows. It's being rigged for certain people to win.
Mhm.
For example, this season in particular, Ginger Minj. Honestly, I see no one else besides Ginger Minj, Obasco, and the, Georges was like
Georges was like the most improved, and I can't talk shit because I'm really good friends with his cousin. Hi, Robert. Happy birthday.
so. Listen, Georges has been improving, but I don't think she deserved it yet. I do like Georges a lot. Don't get me wrong. I love Georges a lot. Latina, I love anyone Latin to represent. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people, and again, there's a topic for a different day because we have so much to go over. But a lot of people are like, oh, he didn't do a Latina queen. And with that being said, Ginger,
Yes, he
again,
did.
a lot of controversy with Ginger Minj. There's a lot, and I feel bad for Ginger because I do think she deserves it, and I do think with the way the fandom and people are going in, even Manila Luzon, there was some controversy. She posted a picture of an older pic of Ginger Minj, so obviously she's way bigger. And then RuPaul is like, it's an AI pic hugging her from behind, like, but it's so crude because it's like a big when she was bigger, so the hug looks like he's like wrapped up more. And fans went in on Manila Luzon. If y'all don't know who Manila Luzon is, she's one of
She's a bitch.
the older seasons. She's been on some All Stars as well. So even some actual contestants don't agree with the winning or think that he was up. RuPaul was up Ginger Minj's ass. Ginger Minj deserved it. With that being said, my question is before I like because I did want to get to this point. My question is: do you think body positivity is over compared to like at some point in 2020 or when it was this woke moment for a little bit, where everything was Me Too or body positivity or Black Lives Matter? Like I do remember there was just recently this movement of all this yes pro movement, but as time is going, I feel like this things are dissipating and like what's going on. Do you think? Let me even go even a step further because I've heard this even on other podcasts and stuff and this discussed. Do you think Ozempic killed the body positivity stars or people? Video killed the radio killed the video star or video killed the radio
Video
star.
killed the radio
Do
star.
you think now with this new movement of Ozempic and these new Manjaros and things to get on to lose weight, do you think that is killing the body positivity movement that we had at some point?
So, as a Monjaro user and previous Ozempic user, I feel that the semi-glutides, because that's what they are, Ozempic, Monjaro, Wegovy, those are just the brand names. I think that they didn't kill body positivity. They kind of like gave people one hope, two it woke them up, because as much as you could love like being in your body and in your skin, reality is if you are overweight, whether you are 20 pounds to 40 to 50 to 60 pounds overweight, health wise, that is a risk. And if you want to live your life, obviously you're going to take the necessary steps to, get healthy. Do I feel like some people, benefited from it more than others? Absolutely. Do I think that there were artists that, made it a campaign and made it themselves, made it their brand, like Lizzo? And now she's like, actually, I have to lose weight because I can't be as big as I am. I can't dance and perform as much as I used to, or as much as I can now because of my weight. That didn't help. I don't think that body positivity is over. I just think that people have now realized that, like, you could still be positive about your body and also accept help or accept a healthier lifestyle. Now, I can't knock people for wanting to choose to take semaglutide or those medications, because at the end of the day, I'm one of them. I did it for my own because I wanted it to kickstart my weight loss. When I see people and hear people taking them that don't necessarily need to, and this is a topic that we talked about
Yes,
ad
yes.
nauseum in like 100 episodes ago
Check out
with Byron Ake. Um, when I see people that really shouldn't take it, I'm just like, and I like do the people's eyebrow. But am I going to judge and say something? No, because it might work for them in a way that may not work for me. With people being liked more or like being chosen to win competitions because they look skinnier or healthier, I think that that's fucked up and it's crazy. Ginger Minge losing weight, I feel like for her stature, she needed to lose weight. What is it, Isabel? What is it,
it's about
Isabel? She is so freaking young. She did not look young, and now she looks, her age. And not only that, but now she's pickled with all the filler that she has. Um, so yeah, I don't think that body positivity is over. I just think that the campaign that was running rampant, where everyone was making it their brand, is kind of subsided. Like now, people are kind of like, all right, I can still love my body, but instead of me picking up this cheeseburger, let me pick up this salad.
You know what? I love that you say campaign where everyone's jumping on it, because Liz was one of them. And the reason why I also, sometimes I think of certain topics, but as certain other things come up, then I'm like, huh. Then I circle back. Like Lizzo is a prime example of someone who she's always been for body positivity,
Yeah,
and still is. She still is.
she is.
People are coming at her too because she's losing some weight, and she did admit she tried some of these drugs. But at the end of the day, for whatever
It
reason,
doesn't work for everyone.
it
It
didn't
does
work
not.
for her. She said it wasn't for her, but it's just her just trying to be healthy for herself. Like,
Also, when I wanted to get on these, I didn't have a choice. But when I said I wanted to use it to kickstart my weight loss, in addition to other things, other underlining conditions, I also wanted it with knowing, with the intention of, I don't want to lose my figure. I love being curvy. I don't want to not to be a rail. I see people that go from like having gastric bypass or having the lap band or whatever the fuck it's called, and like losing so much weight that they look unrecognizable. Some people are meant to be in a bigger form. Like, I don't know, there's that expression, oh, like you're not fat, you're big boned. I feel like my bones must be big and thick because that's what I like. I don't want to look skinny. That doesn't appeal to me. So Lizzo losing weight and like being, I don't even care that she lost weight. Her, looking healthier is a lot better. People are always going to talk shit. They talk shit about her when she went to that Lakers game or whatever game she went to, and she had her ass out and she looked, oh, she's too fat to be wearing assless chaps and all this stuff. And now that she made that Yitty, that clothing brand that caters to like, curvy girls and such, it's a problem that she wants to lose weight. Let her look good in the skin that she's in.
Listen, I agree. I agree, but it's something I wanted to touch on because I feel not only this with the whole Ginger Minch thing in the comments that I was seeing, but a lot of people are saying that. I seen an episode again, watch Drag Race, but when they came back, like the ones who progressed from the brackets,
Yeah.
Ginger Minch, Isabel Brooks, they came back and they looked different. And you see RuPaul adjusted, like, oh wow, you lost this weight. And they was talking about, you see. Um, all in all, at the end of the day, I feel like you're never gonna win. In the society we live in, you're never gonna win. It's like Britney Spears said in "Piece of Me." I miss it. She's too big now. She's too thin. You never win. You never win. Um, with that being said, moving on. We could. There's so much we could talk about in this conversation. But moving on, I did not think we would be talking about this topic today. Um,
What topic?
it's kind of something that came out last week, and I seen it lucid. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But I've been intrigued. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. As time has gone on, I've been intrigued and seeing more and more of this topic. So
What?
I'm just thinking of myself going to a concert with someone. So,
Oh my god.
Coldplay had a concert in Boston, I believe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris Martin, a fellow Pisces. I found this out a few years ago. Um, I'm not into Coldplay like that. I liked one of their albums back in 2014, I believe. The one that had Sky Full of Stars. I like that album. But
Nah, I like them since Yellow.
I wasn't really into that, but that was the one album I got into. So shout out to Coldplay. So they had a concert in Boston, and listen. Sometimes I'd be like, why can't I just become instantly famous by just being out in the corner? But so they had a concert in Boston. There was a couple that the jumbotron sometimes.
A couple.
Um, hear me out. On the jumbotron, sometimes football games, concerts, etc. Usually sports games, but you get put on the jumbotron, right?
Yeah.
So in this particular concert of Coldplay, there was this two vanilla couple that got put on real quick, flash on. One of them being the CEO / co-founder of company Astronomer, Andy Byron. I'm a journalist, so I need to have these names and stuff. Hi, Portia. And he was canoodling, snuggled up with the head of HR of Astronomer, Kristen Cabot. With that being said, it was a big flash to them canoodling. They noticed they were on a jumbotron and was like, "Oh, what the f?" You see Kristen Cabot kind of like do one of these from his arms, like whoop, and dip like this. If you're watching live,
We saw everyone has seen this video on
not
TikTok and everywhere.
not everywhere. If you're watching live, you see the visuals. I like to give a visual because I'm a visual learner. If you're an auditory learner, well, listen up. So, and then he kind of does one of the and kind of dips too. Now
He crouched down.
he crunched down. It was like it was a moment. Listen, I didn't think I would talk about the story or I will pick this story up like many other people have, but I've been intrigued as time has gone on. With that being said, they're both married and they both work for the same company. Again, I reiterate, he is the co-founder of the company Astronomer, and she is the HR.
HR be the worst fucking
HR is not
department.
your friend. We keep telling y'all. We said this on this same podcast
And I know
not
it.
too long ago. HR is not your friend. Rewind the tapes. Big controversy because obviously they're both married. Andy Byron's wife has taken off from her Facebook and stuff. Married stuff, that she's married. Like it's
I love how these fucking people, that's the first thing that they do. They gotta change their relationship to married to is complicated, and then they change their name on Facebook. Like, that's the first thing you did instead of consulting like with a divorce lawyer or like, wow. Okay.
Now, according to from what I know, Kristen Cabot, the HR lady, she is also married, and she is married. She married into one of the wealthiest. Because I'm a journalist, I did my investigation.
Bitch, the word of the night is journalist.
She
Continue.
is married to one of the richest family in the United States, the Cabot family, who is a big family. Google them. Um, in the United States, one of the richest, very stiff up a nose, and she actually was married before she married into the Cabot family, and she left her previous husband for this rich guy that she married that she cheated on with the co-founder slash CEO of Astronomer Andy Byron.
What's that expression? You get them how you lose them.
Just like I knew the one that got me through the internet, I will lose them through the internet. It's
Oh my,
true. It's true. So, what
oh
are your
my own.
what's your thoughts with the drama?
So my thought was, first of all, why would you do that at a Coldplay concert, knowing that when they play Yellow, everyone it's such a love song. Everyone is always gonna be swaying and hugging and kissing up on each other, and they're gonna like pan out on the couples. So strike one. Chris Martin made it worse. He was a messy boots because he goes, either they're having an affair or they're very camera shy. So for him to say that, and then I guess the CEO
I
got
see
upset
sorrows.
and
I see
blamed.
sorrows.
Yeah, I guess he got upset and he like kind of said like he put out an apology or a statement and he kind of said like it was Chris's fault for insinuating that. I'm sorry. If you're HR, that's an HR issue that you're doing. That's crazy. But go to like, I hate to say this, go to like a fucking El Alfa concert. Go to a Bad Bunny concert. You could get away with that shit. Everyone's dancing with each other. But you're gonna do that shit in like a romantic setting. And I heard that his wife was at home with their kids and that she started getting text messages and stuff like this is going on. Yo, don't come back to my house because your shit would be outside in the lawn, like waiting to exhale.
Listen, so many funny memes and things and comments have come out of this.
Yeah, there's like remakes of like the mascots holding each other and doing the same thing. I don't know. That is crazy. That's
It-
ballsy. And that is white privilege because if they could be out there and do what they did out loud, I don't know if they got reprimanded or they got like suspended.
well, as a journalist, I did my investigation. Andy
There we go.
Byron has resigned since
He resigned.
days ago. He did resign from his position of the place he co-founded, Astronomer. Yes. Now, Miss Kristen Cabot, she's still in her position from the since we.
I would not take that bitch serious. Imagine if I had like an incident or something at work and I have to go to HR. She would be the last person I would go to. And you know what's the crazy part about everything? People came out and said the people surrounding them, there was a lady and some other
Yeah,
woman.
that was
They
another.
had like they were smiling and grinning. They knew about
Yeah.
it because they were workers too. They worked for the same
And
company.
speaking of that, do you think? I guess what's that cahoots, core? No, not core.
Accessory before the fact? I don't know.
Do you? I mean, would you blame those people, or if they're work people as well under the same company? Do you think they should be reprimanded, suspended, slash fired as well? Do you?
No, because they had, I mean, you have free will to do things. I'm going to repeat something that I heard from like HR myself. A company is not an employee's moral compass. So, whatever an employee does at the end of the day, that's on them. Now, you're representing the company wherever you go if you're working, but the extra oohs and
And
ahs that
even
were
that, we
there,
know, even when you're representing the company,
you
right?
would have to like write a witness statement or something.
Yeah,
But I don't think that they should get reprimanded or fired because like that's not their shit to say. Like they're not supposed to be snitching
yeah, true,
or
true.
mind your business and lay low. For all we know, maybe he was like, "Oh, I got extra tickets to Coldplay. Who wants to come?" And everyone wanted to go.
And listen, I would be a little scared to snitch to say anything to myself if I was that other girl that was around them and stuff because from what has come out and some employees that have worked with Andy Byron, it's been reported allegedly that he was not the nicest guy to work for. So we'll leave
Ah,
it.
bueno.
Um,
But that is ballsy, bitch. I saw that and I
multiple
was like,
people on
what is going on? And then when more information came out, I was like, oh wow.
Yes, yes,
Choose who you go to with a concert wisely.
exactly. You want to
My
find
next concert is in 2 weeks.
you want to find out if there's a one for you if you're not married. Go to a concert as a first date.
That a first day would be terrible as a first con as no a concert in a first day is
No, a
too.
concert is not a good idea for a first date. I'm just
That's like fifth, sixth, seventh date. Like after
listen. I will. You know what I would recommend before a concert as a date? Going on a
what?
little getaway vacation with the person before a concert.
Oh
I
yeah, for
recommend
sure.
that highly before a concert. I will always recommend that. We could get into that another topic for a different show, but I recommend that highly. Going on vacation early on when you start dating someone, but bookmark us and we'll talk about that very soon. Um, but I hear that you have a little game for we like to play
Do I?
games here, as y'all know, and Melanie has a little game for us today that we're gonna get into.
Let me
So
find this damn game. So this game doesn't really have much to do with what we talked about today. It was just, a throwaway game. Um, basically is a game about relationships. And when you're dating someone, is it the bare minimum or is it princess treatment? When I say princess treatment is like someone expecting to do when you're expecting someone to do too much. So I'm going to give you a few scenarios. Wait, first of all, when I say princess treatment, what do you think? What do you think it means?
when you say what?
Between bare minimum and princess treatment.
Okay,
What do you
so
think
for
princess
me,
treatment means?
okay, so for example, when I went through the list and you said me, like for me, I interpret it as at first I'm like, huh, but then I'm like, oh, okay, okay, okay. So when when we when we say bare minimum, it doesn't mean like oh bad, but like oh that's bare, that's not too much, that's normal,
Mhm.
right? That's what I mean. What that's what I take it like bare minimum, like paying for your nails, no cooking you dinner, bare minimum. That's bare minimum, and it's not in a bad way like oh that's bare minimum. That's normal. Bare minimum equals normal for me. All right, that's
Yeah.
what I take it. Where princess treatment means
It's a little pushing it.
spoiled. Now that you're spoiled, not that you're spoiled, but it's a little higher. It's a little. That's how I take it, right? Am I wrong? But
No, I think that's right.
yeah, well, let's get into it. Let's get into the topics and then to see what the people think.
Okay, so and then I see we got Chris is on. So Chris, join along. Um Texting good morning every day, bare minimum or princess treatment?
Bare minimum. Perfect example. Bare minimum. Is I think that should be
I
done.
want people to know me and Charlie text each other every day good morning.
It's
And even
something
if we don't, like we'll send each other something and be like, hey, how's your day?
mm-hmm.
Um, bare minimum is like answering a text. That is very true. Okay, asking if you got home safely after a date.
Bare minimum.
True. Planning and
What do
booking
you
an
think? What do you think?
I think that that's thoughtful and it's very like kind.
So bare minimum.
Yeah, that's bare minimum. Planning and booking an entire birthday trip for you. That's very sweet. That is a bare minimum.
I want to say bare minimum because that's something you should do as time goes on. Yeah, as time goes on, that's bare minimum. Now, if you let's say you and I, right, and your birthday was September and we met now, and I planned your trip for September 10th, your birthday, hypothetically speaking.
Oh, not me being a Virgo.
That's because that's soon. That's quick. But
Yeah.
I just finished saying rewind the tapes to 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. Go on a trip as early as you can with
Yeah.
someone you're dating. I recommend it. And that's a conversation for a different day. But bare minimum. Go ahead. Continue.
Offering to pay for the Uber when you leave their place. Put your straight cap on.
Princess treatment. Princess treatment. Princess treatment.
For me, like if it's expensive as fuck, like if you Like I've been in the situation where like if I'm dating someone and I visit, like I don't expect them to pay. But I don't know if it's a ways away, bitch. I don't know. That's a little crazy. Posting you on their Instagram story after a date. It depends. I feel like that's kind of like if you're asking someone to do that, that's princess treatment.
Princess treatment.
Yeah. Buying you flowers just because. I think that's the
Bare minimum.
bare minimum. That's very
And
sweet.
that's sweet, and I love that. Bare minimum.
I don't I just want to take back that I made fun of Virgos. I'm sorry. Ordering your coffee, remembering your coffee order and bringing it to you. That's super these are hitting me cuz like
Bare minimum.
wow.
Um, bare minimum. That's just thoughtful. That's just little things. That's bare minimum.
I swear to God, I did not rig this. Holding doors open for you everywhere you go. I did not rig this,
Everywhere.
but that is
Everywhere.
I know someone like
Everywhere.
that. I think that that is
That's princess.
fine. That's sweet. That's bare minimum. Not texting
Everywhere.
you for days, but saying, hey, wait, not texting you for days, but saying they miss you. That is weird.
That's that's
You
actually
can't miss someone and not text them, right? If we haven't spoken in a few hours because you're working, I'm working, and you text me, miss you, perfect. That's fine. But like
bare,
days,
bare minimum.
stay
Bare-
missing me because I'm going to go ghost. Not liking your pictures on Instagram, but watching all your stories. I fucking hate that. I'm not gonna lie, that is a princess treatment that I require. Like you gotta be my number one cheerleader. If you're gonna how you looking at all my shit like a silent watcher?
This should be like
Creepy.
a third option then. But I guess that's bare minimum as well. 'Cause that's the least you could do. I would say.
Surprising you with reservations at your favorite restaurant. That's the bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Not letting you carry heavy bags when you're together. You didn't let me carry the bottles of champagne today.
I guess bare minimum.
Saying we'll see when you mention something you want to do. That's princess treatment because like why you gotta say it like that?
I guess.
Like say yes or no. I'd rather someone be like, no, I
Oh,
don't.
but you never know because then someone. Sometimes that's happened to me where someone says something it's like, "Fuck, I had that idea or I thought about it." So
But that's different than saying we'll see. We'll
no,
see is like,
for
oh,
you to
there's an
spoil it,
opportunity, maybe.
for you to not to spoil it. Speaking for myself, a way to like kind of throw them off is like, "Oh no, we'll see." But you know you're gonna do it. Like fuck, I thought about it, but I'll do it.
No, I don't like gray areas. Be upfront. Sending lunch to your job without being asked. That's so
I
nice.
had that done.
Yeah,
Even in my previous relationship, I gave them shout out for that.
that's
But
bare minimum.
bare minimum, yeah. Three more.
Telling you they're not ready for a relationship but still texting. That's fucking princess treatment and miss me with that bullshit. Go entertain someone else. Go be a clown in the fucking circus.
No, but if they're not, and I have to speak up for this as someone who is single, and I have told people
But
I'm being straight
there's
up.
a difference. If you tell someone that you are not ready for a relationship, are you going to keep texting them and wanting to get to know them and kick it with them?
I'll still be cordial and thing. Like I'm in an era
Oh,
where like
are
who,
toxic guys.
just because you don't make it with someone or you're not ready for, or you don't want a relationship, you don't see a relationship, you can still be cordial and still want to be friendly. Like why is it like like a old town shit? I want it all or nothing at all. Like
I like that
there's a
song.
problem in that thing, but there's a conversation for a different day. Two more.
Um, always splitting the bill 50-50, no matter who invited who.
Okay, this is tricky. This is where like the bare minimum princess is like.
I feel like that is princess treatment. Like if a guy, if you ask me out on a date, right? And pay attention. If you ask me out on a date, I expect you to pay because you asked me out. However, I will always be down to go have. Like I'm not gonna be on some broke shit and like not have for me because I never know people's intentions. And
No,
also when you're dating and you're talking to someone or getting to know them and you're at dinner, if you're not feeling the vibe and it feels more platonic, I'm gonna offer to pay because I don't want you to feel like hang that over me type shit. But yeah, I find that to be princess treatment when a guy does that. I'm sorry.
One more.
Um, the last one, giving you their hoodie when it's cold out. That's a
Oh,
bare
that's bare
minimum.
minimum, and
I steal hoodies. No, I'm kidding. I don't.
that's cute. That's bare minimum. That's
Yeah.
that's
All right, that's it. There's too many.
um, that's cute. Um, okay, so before we end the show, we definitely have to talk about this because it has been it's it's crazy because I've been watching this latest season of Basketball Wives,
Oh Lord.
and it's good. And the ratings are not reflecting of what I feel. The ratings are not horrible. They're like on par with what they usually get, a little under compared to the season before. But it's I've said it, and I think I posted on the Circle page a few weeks ago. Like, if you're not watching Basketball Wives, you should be watching it. It's good. This past Monday's episode lit the internet's web on
Fire.
fire from many blogs, people, fans. Like, I don't watch it live because I bought, I have a season where then the next day it uploads or whatever.
I don't know why you got YouTube TV, honey.
I know, but I don't watch it live, so I waited the next day. But literally, when I woke up on Tuesday morning, I had to watch it right away Tuesday because on my phone, everything just kept popping up from Facebook, from Instagram, from the bloggers, from everything just kept popping up about this particular episode that happened on Monday. So if you don't watch Basketball Wives, I'm gonna give you a quick speed up thing. Jackie Christie's daughter, Chantel, joined this past season. We've seen Chantel in previous seasons before, but just not as big a capacity as in this season. We've
Right.
also heard in the past through old cast members like Evelyn Losada and stuff, and just people on airing shit out. Jackie has had other issues with her other kids have never been on the show, like Takari Chrisley, one of the others, her other daughters, never been on the show, but had a little sordid past with her daughter as well, blasting her as the mom she is, she dealt with. With that being said, we ourselves as viewers have seen Jackie Christie's antics throughout the years she's been on the show with many different cast members. That's what cast members. Cast member, which is kind of like co-workers, is a different dynamic than family. That being said, listen, we're saying family. Watch someone be like, "Oh, he's being funny because he's a family." But with that being said,
If you know Teresa Judice, you know what the fuck we're talking
you know, Teresa Judice. Disclaimers. Jackie Christie's daughter's back this season, and if you've been watching, it's been interesting to say the least. This past week, the episode before the season finale next week, we seen what was unfortunate, but we seen Jackie come to blows with her own daughter.
Mhm.
When I seen the previews for the season, I thought she was knocking out Brittany Renner. But part of me felt like it can't be the daughter. It can't be the daughter because you've seen some things in the trailer where I'm like, mother and daughter were beefing. Now
Right.
listen, before the season started, I heard Chantel was joining. I thought, oh, they needed an ally for the mom because Jackie just be Jackie. If you've been watching Basketball Wives since Jackie's been on, Jackie be Jackie. We know Jackie's personality. That bitch is like you. Like sometimes you love her, and sometimes it's like a lot of times I hate her. Let's be real. Speaking for myself. So I thought Chantel was brought on for an ally for Jackie. Boy, was I wrong. If you've been watching and you're up to date, you know what happened. It came to blows where Jackie basically sucker punched Chantel. I told you watch the show. I didn't know if you kept up with it like that. I'm like, girl, like I need you to watch this because I kind of want to touch on this. So many people are talking about it. It's really blown up. You watch a little bit of it.
Mhm.
I want your take. I want your take because there's so much there's so much to unpack, and I don't want to make this so long drawn out. But there's like so much to unpack because we both, in ways, feel close to this and a little
Yeah.
passionate about this. But
Yeah.
go. What's your thoughts on this?
I think as I've watched Jackie Christie throughout the years on Basketball Wives, she's always wanted to like have some sort of narrative storyline. And I think her bringing her, well, she didn't bring her daughter, but her daughter being on the show, I think she wanted her to be her ally, but her daughter seems to call her out on her bullshit. And that's probably made her feel like, let me play producer and play up on this and show her who's boss type shit. Because for her to say that she will not have a conversation addressing the issues that she has with her daughter unless it's on her YouTube or her podcast, you're basically doing for like, you're doing it through a paywall, you're doing it for clout, for money, whatever. It was very triggering to watch for me, but also I feel like when you have a group of women, especially like those basketball wives or lack thereof, because I don't even think they're with basketball players anymore. Jackie Christie kind of feels like she needs to be the head bitch in charge, and she tries to act like she's like the housewife because she's with Doug Christie for so long.
She thinks she's the face of the show. She said it.
She
She
thinks
said,
she's the face of the show since Shawnee has been gone. I think she's fucking diabolical. And for her to air, like, I understand when you have family drama. This is why I like the Real Housewives, because money, what is it? Money can't buy you class, but at the same time, they know not to talk about certain things like family drama and airing it full
I
front
mean, that's
and
not
center.
that's not true. Look at Real Housewives of
But
New
there's
York.
different ways. You could have family drama. You don't have to sucker punch your daughter on national TV just because you want to look like you're the head bitch in charge.
I wouldn't compare it to Real Housewives of New Jersey just for the simple fact that we've.
I'm
I
not
mean,
comparing her to
no, not
Jersey.
Jersey, not Jersey. I wouldn't compare it to Real Housewives, period. And the reason why I said Jersey is because my mind goes straight to Jersey. Let's not give these people, let's not give them some vanilla people more clout than they can because they go as low and ghetto as others. If we're
Yeah,
talking, if we're being real, because look at Joe Judice when he charged against his brother-in-law. Yes, his
yeah.
brother-in-law, whatever, but it's still his sister's husband. When he called his sister scum in front of the parents at his own child's christening
That
because
is true, but I'm talking more so about like Atlanta. Like Candy had drama with her own family, and even though Todd made this scheme up, they didn't air their grievances and shit the way that they did.
Mama Joyce was very vocal
True. I don't
about.
know. I just think Jackie Christie is doing too much, and like people are
I'm not
giving her too
defending
much of a
Jackie,
platform.
trust me, but
What sign is she?
Jackie is a Leo. She's a
Color
Leo.
me surprised.
She's a Leo. Listen, I'm
So,
Team Chantel all the way, and the fact, surprisingly, I don't know why. Maybe because she has been on the show for this many years. A lot of people are saying, "Well, this is her platform. This was her thing. So why would you come on?" Excuse me. But the fact that surprisingly, I'm shocked that majority of what I'm seeing out there is sticking up for Jackie is crazy. One, I get it, and I'm listening to podcasts and other shows as well. Oh, you don't talk to your black mama like that, your black family. I get it. There's different cultures, or I get it. Caribbean, there's different cultures. I get it. I get it. I get it. We get it. We're Caribbean too. I get it. But for someone who also, listen, I lost my mom. We know this. 6 years this October. I could still be honest and candid, and I'm so thankful that before my mom passed, we was able to heal in ways, both of us, between things we went through, and I'm thankful, and I thank you, mom, for being open and receptive. Her herself, she always those last few years wanted and apologized so much, and annoyed me. Where it was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, sweetheart, I'm sorry for what I did to you or your brother. Annoyed me with all the sorries.
yeah.
I had a mom that did that the last few years of my life with her. So watching this, it's triggering because it's like, be better, do better as a mom. We don't know the nuances, we don't know everything that went on, but obviously from watching what we watch and watching Chantel and her um
Confession.
confessionals, she admitted, and this is why it's mind blowing of all these people defending Jackie Christie, because she's admitting and saying there's things that happened to me as
Mm.
a child that I told my mom, and I'm getting passionate about this because it's crazy. But she said this, like, there's things that happened to me that I shared with my mom, but my mom downplayed. And it changed me as a person because of the things I was going through. Hello, people, are y'all blind? Like, even Stevie Wonder could make decipher that
Mm.
what she's saying in her confessionals, people. And the fact that people are like, well, she should have done, it's like, and then also the way Jackie's acting, you knew your daughter was coming on. This is a reality show. You have to have these tough conversations. So you're dumb if you knew your daughter was coming on. This was going to happen. And I'm sorry, but other reality shows, when you walk away a lot from these scenes and don't participate in group scenes, it's gone for termination and your
Yeah.
status on the show. That's why if you watch the show closely, girl, especially last night's episode or Monday's night episode, you see certain cast members like, why is she getting away? Or if it would have been me, I would be fine. I don't know if you picked up some of those things in comments because
Yeah.
it's true. This is
I
a
want to know
reality.
if she's going to get reprimanded or like suspended for doing physical contact on someone, whether it's family member or not. You shouldn't get physical.
Well, listen, what we know, and we could, and I can say this, and we know this for a fact. Usually, there's a reunion, and there won't be no reunion this time around. Um,
Damn
there's
it.
no reunion. They both were quiet. Chantel finally, after this happened on Monday, today's Wednesday, they've been pretty quiet. Both of them, Chantel broke her silence today, actually, while we were cahooting at the park and stuff. She broke her silence and said some things in regards to her sordid past with her mom. I just glanced over it. Y'all could go on. I posted on our inner circle page on Instagram. Y'all could go check that out. Of some of the statements she released. All in all, it's sad to see. When it comes down to it, it's sad to see with family. It's sad to see with a mom and
Yeah.
daughter. And for someone who lost their mom, it's unfortunate and it's sad to see. And that's why for me it's a little more passionate. I'm more passionate about it and it's a little more triggering because it's like I get it. Everyone's coming for the child. Like you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't talk to your mom like that. You should come at your mom like that. This is her platform. But also for those people too, we don't know the many other ways maybe these children, Chantel in particular, and when I say children, because obviously she has three kids, one boy and two, Chantel and Takari. And from what it seems, obviously she's got like they've got felt a certain way about their mom. Check the earlier seasons of Basketball Wives when Chantel did make appearances and spoke about these things with Laura Govan in regards to her mom. This is not new. So I think a
Mm.
lot of fans are like, oh, it must be the new bandwagon fans watching the season. Like, oh, so you're coming on her platform and doing this. You want us to get your mom. Listen, children act in different ways, and sometimes when we feel we're not being heard in a certain way, we may go another way that we may think, well, maybe she'll finally hear me this way. So
Right.
open your minds, folks, about why maybe Chantel acted the way she is. I'm mind blown at the fact that they're coming at her and the people because it's like, aren't you a child? Like we're not all perfect and didn't have perfect parents. Like we all have gone through some shit and have disrespected our parents in some way or another, whether we were right or whether our parents were right or wrong. We don't know, but we've all gone through it. So for
Yeah.
people just to come on to Chantel, like I don't want to use the word trigger, but I feel triggered. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, are we not listening to the child? Like,
I
how
think
is
in today's world, it's very it's very easy in today's world to like enable behavior, especially of our parents, because we blame it on them being boomers, right? Being like of a different generation. And like that, while that may be true, two things can be true. That doesn't make it right. And I think with a lot of people that watch these shows, they live vicariously through the characters. And this, although it may be a show, it's real life for these people. As much as Chantel has mentioned, like, read between the lines, at the end of the day, she's setting boundaries. And it's like almost bothersome to people to see someone hold their own and hold their ground and try to set a boundary with a parent or someone in their family. they find that to be like ludicrous, which at the end of the day, if I was Chantel, I wouldn't come back to the next season. Fuck that. Or if she does, her mom should not come back. Her mom is toxic. She's been toxic with her own friends. I'm not surprised she's toxic with her own family. There are people that are like that that thrive off of like drama and misery.
And not only that, Jackie's one of those bitches. I'll take that back.
Woo!
Those people that try to pretend like life is perfect. My family's perfect.
Uh-huh.
Everything's good. No, like, and doesn't want to talk about, like, get to the nitty gritty and just glaze over things like, oh, everything's good, y'all. And Chantel is here to basically break all that shit down. Like, some people are saying, oh, well, early on in the season, she and the other girl said that they want to burn it all down. But maybe it's true. Maybe she does feel that way. Maybe she wants to burn it all down because she knows her mom and she knows the facade that her mom's been putting on these shows for years.
Yeah.
Listen, remember, y'all, we only watching 45 minutes of these reality shows.
Edited.
We film a lot. Edited. We're only seeing compacted things squished and put together.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, there's way much more to this, especially mother-daughter. Usually when we see regular reality shows or whatever with these girls going at it, there's more. But when it comes to the history of a mom and daughter, there's way much more. Let's not judge by the 45 minutes. Let's not judge the fact that Jackie's been on the show forever. Let's not judge the titles, mother, daughter, and what we as society have been nailed at because mom and you're the daughter, you should respect and should never disrespect. No, I'm sorry, but I don't care. You, as a parent, if you come a certain way or you act a certain way towards your child that is foul, there are grounds for being disrespected. I'm sorry. Just because you have the title of mom or dad doesn't mean you could do whatever. There are some deadbeat mothers and fathers out there. Deadbeat to the ground. Okay? There's mothers and fathers out there who are killing, molesting their own child. So let's stop this whole narrative of, oh, the title, you should always respect your mom. Oh, you should always respect your dad. Because when there's some crazy story that we read about a mom or a dad doing something to their child, then it's different. You know what I'm saying? So let's quit the narrative. Let's quit because these are our reality TV shows and we are in love with these or fans of these characters or whatever. No. Let's put that aside. This is real, like real nitty gritty. I'm Team Chantel, and I'm 10. I stand 10. What is it? 10 feet deep into
10
the
toes down
with that. Like again, and I'll go a step further. I don't want to stay too long in this. Again, I'm so thankful to the good Lord that I mended fences with my mom before her passing. I love my mom. I miss my mom, but there was points where we did get into it. And I know people are saying, well, Chantel kind of pushed her first. I get it. It's true. It was a little push her back. Did a whole. I don't know if you've seen.
I saw a clip.
And watch the whole thing.
I don't want. I'm gonna watch it, but like in my own time, because like that shit is triggering for me.
Yeah, you have to stop. Listen, I will say this too. In high school, there was a point where me and my mom was going back and forth, and it had to do about things about my sexuality and stuff. And it was to a point where I was tired. Like growing up as a kid, and you're almost, you're feeling your old, you're almost 18, you're coming to yourself, and you're like, and unfortunately, I would say I'm not proud of it, but I had a moment where I had to push my mom away because I'm like, yo,
yeah,
I'm almost going, and you're in my face, and then what we were arguing about, it's like, this is not fair. Like my sexual, like, and I had one of those moments where I pushed her. She kind of went flying to not flying, but she kind of flew a little bit.
Not flying.
It's true. I'm gonna say it how it is. I'm an open book. If we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. And listen, and if my mom was here, she would talk about it, and I know she's fine with me talk about it. But it happened. You know what I mean? Like it happened. It's like, yo, get away from me. You're in my face. I get it. People are gonna be like,
well, I almost see that as like a cry for help. Not like it's not something that you do maliciously, but it's almost like a cry for help to like wake your mom up. Like hello, pay attention, like what the fuck? But it just doesn't
It's
translate to people that way.
cry for help. Thank you. Like y'all don't see that. Like I'd much rather be in see those comments be like, "Yo, this girl is a cry for help. Like she's doing this for cry for help." I'd rather see those comments than some the men like the comments I'm seeing. I'm like, wow.
If
But I
anything, the
also
only thing I could say about the situation with with Chantel is I commend her for being very forthcoming and speaking her truth, because it takes a lot to put yourself out there, to put your little son out there, to talk about her situation. It's crazy. I don't know if I want to keep watching that show, but all I know is Nina Parker can't do that fucking reunion. She cannot handle it.
and
She's not strong enough.
not only that, but like, don't you want to be in your grandkids' life? Like, and the or when the season started, she so bad wants to be part of her new grandson's life and have so much to say. Like, do better, do better, like do better, do better, do better. Like my grandmother is like an angel to me because yeah, like growing up, I heard certain things. Maybe she wasn't the best mom to my mom and my aunts and uncles. Well, my aunt because I think she made my grandmother did try to do better with my uncle, but that's a different story for a different day. But my grandmother, she maybe didn't do good for her children thing, but I know and I seen it and I felt it. She tried to do better when her grandkids came along, and through doing it through her grandkids and her kids, because of her grandkids, I seen that do better, do better, and that's why it's triggering for me, and that's why I'm like, yo, the Jackie love and the Chantel hate, I can't rock with it. But whoo, what an episode! We told you I was there was a lot, and there's
Took me to
other
church,
notes
bitch.
shit that we have to leave for the next episode because it was a filled episode of full of hot topics and a lot of things going on. Anything you got for our friends, our circle friends, before we go?
Stay cool in the heat. Stay blessed.
Love your mamas and your daddies. No, for real, we're not playing. Love on each other. Like life's too short, y'all. Life's too short. Life's too short. Looking at all these past and stuff. Life's too short. Love on each other. Forgive. Mend things. Make things better. Even for yourselves. Even for yourselves, because you do not want to lose. Whether it's your mom, your dad, even if it's a brother, friend, whatever. Try to make things a little better, even if it's for your own heart, because you never want to lose someone and not have in some way mended fences or have some like closure or forgiveness.
Yep. If
Trust
you
me.
can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love someone else?
Can I get an amen? And with that being said, thank you guys so much. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, share all those good things. And we will see you guys next week, same place and time on the Coldply. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube.